It's the realist.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your guy Realistic, and we are back with another YouTube video. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because it does go a long way to help the channel grow. So it looks like HitStrip has some new updates. We got a brand new version of it, some bug fixes, as well as 3 brand new features, one of which we've been waiting for quite a while. So if you haven't checked it out already, I do have a full review and tutorial on HitStrip and how to use HitStrip. So I'll put that here at the top of the screen to check it out if you want to. But for those of you that haven't seen or heard of HitStrip yet, let me just go over and tell you what HitStrip is all about before we dive into the brand new features and bug fixes that it has. But if you already have HitStrip and you already know what it is, or you've already seen the video that I had up at the top of the screen, I'll put a little timestamp here so you know where to jump ahead in the video of where the brand new updates are on this plugin. Also too, I have YouTube set up to where it's in chapters, so on your play bar below you should be able to see where that is as well and jump forward if you already know what HitStrip is about. So what is HitStrip? It is a plugin designed by DJ Swivel, and it is a channel strip, and HitStrip is DJ Swivel's quest to make the perfect channel strip. And we're going to see with these new updates how close he got to achieving that goal of the perfect channel strip. So it's a channel strip that has everything that you would need to get in there and slap this on a channel and get everything that you need to have all your basic tools ready to go. And the way that it's set up is that each module here is set up at the top here, and we can move modules around. So let's go ahead and activate like the exciter and the de-esser. So let's say, for instance, we wanted to start out with EQ. We already got that in the chain at the first one. And then let's say, okay, our compressor's next, but let's say, for instance, we wanted to do the de-esser first before the compressor and then do the compressor afterwards. We have that ability. We can move things around, right? So that's really nice. We have the ability to turn modules off. So when we do that, they go away. Also too, each module here has a global master wet dry, so we can change the wet dry of that individual module if we want. And one of the things that makes this channel strip different than a lot of other plugins is that all the modules are on one page, you know, unlike Ozone, where if you click on, let's say, like the exciter and then you flip over to the maximizer, it's going to give you a brand new page. The idea is that everything is on one page. So we have our EQ here, and then we have the compressor, the exciter, the transient designer. Everything is on one page. So it's just designed for an easy workflow for everything to be right there. Let's kind of just show you a little bit here. You know, the EQ, it's very familiar. It's a lot like FabFilter. You know, we just pull nodes from anywhere and be able to, you know, just have multiple nodes, and all you got to do is just click and grab, and then you're ready to go. Also, just like our Pro Q plugin here, if we go off to the left side here, we can create a high pass filter. If we grab from the right side here, we can have a low pass filter. If we just kind of go off here to the top here, we can have a high shelf. Same thing if we go over to the left side of the screen here, we can create a low shelf, right? So we have a lot of those same functionalities. Also, each one of these nodes here can be changed from a dynamic EQ, or we can have a transient EQ, which means we can EQ just that initial transient, or we can have a tonal EQ, which it doesn't EQ the initial transient, but then it EQs afterwards, like the tail afterwards. I really do like the tonal EQ when it comes to like bass, 808, or a vocal. Tonal EQ is not something I had much experience prior to HitStrip. This was actually tonal EQ, something I learned about during my use of HitStrip. So it's become a big favorite of mine, big go-to of mine, because I really do like the concept. And once it was explained to me, I totally understood. I was like, oh, that makes sense. I'm going to use that all the time. And I do. Again, all of these other features in here, I already went through that in the review. So again, you can check that at the top of the screen. We do have our gate, we have our limiter, we have stereo width, to be able to, make it wider or more narrow if we want. And then this color knob here, saturation knob, is a lot like that playback engine sound that you get in FL Studio. That sound that FL Studio has, it just gives it that natural saturation and particular color that you only get when you're inside of FL Studio. That's what that is there for. Also, too, another cool thing about HitStrip here is the preset bank here is you get all of DJ Swift, because he's worked on like everybody's records. So you have all the presets that he worked on for those songs. So for instance, if we hit AK State of Mind, that would be what he did for Alicia Keys' lead vocals on Empire State of Mind. So this would be the EQ that he used on her lead vocals, the compression setting, the exciter settings, everything. That is what he had set for that. If we continue on and continue to look, he has that for Beyonce Love on Top background vocals, because he was the engineer on that song. He also has it for Beyonce's lead vocals on Love on Top. And so all the settings that you hear on Beyonce's Love on Top, this is the actual settings for that. And he has that for multiple things. Jay-Z is in here too for his vocals on Empire State of Mind. And you can see that he's got everything else that he worked on, presets that he did for Cardi B, Kid Cudi, Janae's in here. He's got Post Malone, Juice WRLD. Just if you want to be able to use the same presets and settings that they were used for those songs, those are all in there. So that's the general concept and idea of HitStrip. Now let's actually talk about our brand new features that are inside of HitStrip. So we have 3 of them. The first one here is we have the ability now to bypass these controls up here. Before, we didn't have this ability. If you wanted to hear what it sounded like without the color knob here, you just have to bring it back down to 0 and then just remember where you were. Now all you have to do is just click on it. It's bypassed. If you want to hear it again and put it back in the mix, you just click on it again. Same thing with the stereo width here. If you just click on that, it's bypassed. You see it's grayed out. If we click on it again, it's no longer bypassed. Another one that they added here is now if you double click any parameter, you can type in the value here. So if we just double click that and type in 5, you see that jumps up there. So we have that. Now for the big update that we were waiting on is this window was never allowed to be resized. We now have that. So if we hit resize, all we have to do is right click anywhere on our screen here, drop down window size, and we have the option for 100%, 125%, 150%, 175%, all the way up to 200. 200 is crazy. It fills up the whole page. Let's check that out. Right? This is great though that we now have this ability to be able to do that. My happy medium that I found right now is 150 right here. This is going to make my workflow a lot easier because I love HitStrip. I use HitStrip on all my vocals. I use it on all my drums. But it was frustrating that there wasn't the ability to resize. We now have that ability to resize. Does take a little bit though for it to repopulate though when we hit resize. If I hit this, watch how long the screen stays black. So that's something that I hope that they fix in the updates. The way it was explained to me though is it just takes a little time for the redrawing of everything that's there, but hopefully that's able to get corrected and fixed, because like if I pull up, let's say for instance like Auto-Tune Pro, because I know they have resizing on theirs. So if I hit that, you see the resizing is just a lot more fluid. Also, another thing that I'm hoping that they fix with the update, apparently this is only for Intel-based Mac, so if you're Apple silicone-based Mac, you should be good to go and you won't have the same issue that I'm having. But if I click on HitStrip, like it's closed right now, if I click on it, watch the load time. So it takes a little bit to load. You see how long the screen stayed black. It didn't do that previously. This only started with the new update. It used to just be brought up right there with that. But apparently that's only an issue with Intel computers. If you have Apple Silicone, it will load up like all your other plugins. But I'm hoping that they fix that. They said that they probably will fix that, so that will be good, because I know there's still a lot of us Intel users out there that just haven't had the means to update yet. But I'll just kind of show you an example. If I click on like any other brand of plugin like Fab Filter, you see how quickly these pull up. If I pull up an Isotope plugin, these all just pull up easy. If I pull up an Avid plugin, if I pull up an Antares plugin, all of it loads up very easy. Now, if I hit HitStrip, takes a little bit, right? So I'm hoping that gets fixed. I still love the plugin. I'm still gonna get a lot of use out of it. I'm still gonna use it in every single session. I don't think it's enough to discourage people from not using it, but it's a workaround that I'm hoping that they're getting closer and closer, because he is on a quest to make the perfect channel strip, and he is very passionate about delivering that, and he's getting closer and closer every time of this becoming a lot more like the perfect channel strip that is going to be universally accepted to be. When you pull up a channel strip, you pull up HitStrip. That is the one to go for. Just like it's been like for the last decade, that when you pull up an EQ, it's Pro Q. That's what everybody pulls up. That's the same goal with HitStrip. Like I said, even though I kind of had a couple things to say at the end of things that I wish could be a little bit better, I did say a lot of positive things about all the things that I love about it. If you do want to check out that review here at the top of the screen, because I still do love the plugin. I love all the functionality in it. I do still love the ability to be able to move stuff around, and I just love that everything is right there. So if you do want to check out this plugin, I'll have a link in the description below. Also, if you do want to use my discount code REAL15, it does save you 15%. Also, does give me a little bit of commission on the side, so you can help your boy Realistic out a little bit. But that's not why I'm doing the video. I get asked a lot to do videos on stuff for commission, and if I don't like the plugin, I just say no. I get asked that all the time. I only do this when I like the plugin, and I only will do affiliate stuff and commission stuff if I actually like the plugin, because I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you guys a bunch of stuff that I don't believe in if I'm not actually using it myself, which is why I was so willing to tell you the things that I did not like about the update, even though that may impact my ability to be able to get a couple commission sales off of this if you use my link or my code. But like I said, it's getting a little bit closer and closer each time. Oh, also last thing I should mention too is another one of the updates too is we do have some more presets and everything in there as well. So if you've been getting use out of the presets, guess what? You have a bunch of brand new presets that you can use. But anyways, that concludes the video on everything I wanted to tell you about the update, all the new features that are inside of HitStrip. We also have some bug fixes as well for it to be able to flow a lot better. But anyways, if you did find the video helpful, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, because believe it or not, it does go a long way to help my channel grow. Because if you like the video, it tells YouTube that, hey, maybe somebody else might like the video. And also, if you do like this video and you want to check out some of my other videos, I will have those videos right here, here, and here. All right, till next time, y'all.